Imagine living in one of the remotest areas in Africa, where access to health care is almost non-existent. And then imagine that you and other members of your family were born blind. For hundreds of Kenyan people, this is a daily reality. Being blind means you cannot live a fulfilling life, provide adequately for your family, and contribute to your community. MEAK is a British charity which tackles issues concerning medical and educational needs in Kenya. MEAK organises approximately 12 missions each year to some of the hardest to reach areas in this African country, setting up clinics dealing with eyes, hearts and limbs. With no overheads back in the UK, every penny raised goes directly to the people who need it most. These are the Ndoto Mountains in northern Kenya, 400 kilometers from the Sudanese border and a 15-hour drive away from the capital, Nairobi. This area is home to the Samburu people. Today, Daniel, a local tribal warrior, is combing the bush looking for people who need medical help. These blind people have walked for days to get to a place where Daniel can assess them.
The problem is this one is a cataract. But this eye is better. Yeah.
100 kilometers away, Dee Belliere, the co-founder of MEAK, has set up a temporary operating facility.
MEAK Eye Missions started some many years ago when I was here as a tourist with my husband Mike, and we realised there was a great need because there were so many blind people, thousands we saw. And so now we are here in one of these very beautiful places. We're going to try to do an eye mission and get us eyesight back on as many people as we possibly can. But the problem is the remoteness and the difficulty and the hardships the people have to try to reach us and for us to try to reach them.
To them, they take blindness in old age as a norm. Those who come in and after so long they're able to see and they're surprised at how much things have changed. That's why you're here for them.
We're going to try and get the blind people from all these mountains that you see ahead, all right over there. We hope to get hundreds and hundreds of them. But the problem is the logistics, because we only have small trucks that take 20 people. You can't drive lorries through this. If MEAK isn't here, I can't guarantee it, but I don't think these people will ever get to see because nobody's ever been here before. And we found hundreds of blind people 4 years ago, and everybody tells us nobody's ever come in these areas to do this work. We've heard through the bush telegraph that somebody has probably found a sister and a brother who again are born blind. I think the boy is 18, the daughter is 15, and we're really hoping, because they've never seen and they will probably spend the rest of their lives in the dark.
They're only here for 7 days, so Dee knows that Daniel only has a small amount of time to find the people who need MEAK's help. Back in Nairobi, Mike Belliere, the other co-founder of MEAK, is reading up the notes on a forthcoming paediatric open heart operation in theatre. Although Mike is not a doctor, he has seen nearly 200 of these operations and knows the difficulties when it comes to selecting from a long line of children all needing surgery.
Heart surgery is a very expensive discipline, medical discipline. It requires a lot of money. In a third world country and in East Africa, there is, as far as I'm aware, no other country that does open heart surgery.
Many of these children will almost certainly die without the intervention of an expert UK medical team, all of whom give their time for free.
When you see a youngster come into the clinic who is very seriously struggling with heart disease, and 5-6 days later you watch them leave bouncing out with complete renewed vitality, it's incredibly satisfying.
On this, their 16th heart mission, MEAK will operate on 45 children in 15 days. This compares to an annual average of only 24 paediatric heart operations carried out by this hospital, which is the largest hospital in East Africa.
At any one time, you'll find more than 400 or 500 kids sitting out here behind me, waiting to see, what can you do for me? I don't see an end unless children stop being born.
300 kilometers away on the eye mission, it seems Daniel has found many blind patients, including the family Dee has such high hopes for.
The problem is a cataract. There is a cataract, you see. There is a cataract in both eyes. All of them, they are going to clinic. They are willing to go, but I can't believe that they will see.
But his work is not done, and he works through the night finding more and more people who need MEAK's help. It's the next morning, and Daniel returns with the girl Lenkopal and her brother safely at the clinic, having been assessed.
She's very, very nervous about this operation, and she's in a semi-state of collapse, so we're trying to calm her down, and she may need some care. She may be in a slight state of hysteria.
This is a process that takes up about 10 minutes, should be through, and hopefully, like I said, it's going to be well with him. Come tomorrow, he should be able to see.
Whilst Lenkopal and her brother undergo surgery, Dee has been reunited with a young girl whose life was transformed by MEAK on a previous mission.
This little girl is Mamayo, little Samburu girl, aged about 6 or 7. She was a palsy victim. She had never been able to walk. In fact, we tried to get her to walk, and she just screamed and screamed and couldn't put her feet on the ground. It was terrible. Now she can walk, and she can't run very well, but she tries.
Moments like this are emotionally charged for Dee.
I can't explain.
Surgery is over for Lenkopal and her brother. It will only be a few hours until they find out if they can see each other for the first time in their lives.
This is the first time we hope that they're going to appreciate the world around them. Precious moment. We need to ask her if she's able to see anything. Very good. Very good. Wow. And you can see the smile on her face. She's so beautiful this morning. Such smiles make you want to wake up every morning.
I can't help it. I can't help it. These are the moments that we live for.
Lenkopal sees herself in the mirror.
Wow, she looks nice. Wow, she can see her beat for the first time. She's so happy.
Next, it's the brother's turn, and hopefully he'll be able to see his sister.
Does it show the anxious moments because you don't know the outcome? And you know it's anxious for me too. So yeah. All right, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Aku tuh dulu sepi.
Do you see the sister now?
Itu orang kan sih, no? Yeah.
Quite a moment.
Yeah.
Let's smile at you.
She passes the mirror over to her brother.
In extremely difficult circumstances, MEAK has, the team have managed to retrieve the sight of these two, brother and sister, and we hope we can go forward and do many, many more cases like this. And it's really, I can't explain it in words. It's just wonderful, really wonderful.
MEAK, Medical Educational Aid to Kenya, a small charity making a massive difference. MEAK.org.uk